Hey everyone, so I'm an expat who's been living in Korea for a while. I work as a teacher here, and yeah, I've been living with my boyfriend. And today I want to um, combat some allegations that I am a Koreaboo. So when I first met my boyfriend, I actually thought he was Korean American. I just thought he was American because of the way that he talks. It's the same as me. He just sounds like he grew up same kind of area. So I didn't go after him because he was Korean. And he actually first had a bigger crush on so that he would be the America boo, not me. I'm not a Korea boo. But also I do think that the term Korea boo is just a term used to bully like teenage girls who like K-pop. I don't subscribe to this term Korea boo, and I don't use it to bully people. Even people who are uneducated and have no clue what they're talking about. I'm not gonna call them a Korea boo because it's just a term, like a bullying term, really. Mostly used to make fun of teenage girls' interests. But yeah, I am not a Korea boo, by the way. I'm not even close because I wasn't interested in K-pop or anything before I came here. Well, I did come here because I, was dating my boyfriend and I wanted to try the food and stuff like that for a little bit. But basically, we live here out of necessity. I visited many countries, and Korea is not even close to my favorite country. I listen to ITZY a little bit, and I like some K-pop groups and some TV shows only because I'm living in Korea. I wouldn't even be interested in those like if I wasn't living here, to be honest. So like in the chicken egg situation, I moved to Korea and then it's all around me, so I became more interested in it. But yeah, I'm not a Koreaboo, and also I listen to like the minuscule amount of K-pop, to be honest. I'm not a hater. I but I love watching like dance videos and everything as well, and I love the gossip. Um, and everybody loves celebrity gossip. You're lying if you say that you don't like celebrity gossip at least a little bit. And I've read articles that it's healthy for people to gossip about celebrities. And as long as they're not like being too cruel. So yeah, the Korean culture, Korean gossip, Korean politics. Of course, I live here. I'm like in it now. But yeah, for my boyfriend and I, this is not even our first choice place to live. And you know what? I'll tell you why I'm not a Koreaboo at all. I have always hated the hierarchical system, and I find it makes for uncomfortable situations, and it's just a societal thing. I don't really believe it's part of the Korean culture. I think culture is more like traditional clothing, food, language, other things like that. I don't really think that. I think that hierarchical thing is a societal thing, and I think it can be changed. But I don't subscribe to it because it makes me uncomfortable. It causes uncomfortable situations for me. I don't like it. So yeah, I'm not a Koreaboo. I don't wear I don't so things I don't like about living in Korea: I can't wear whatever I want. I can't wear leggings because leggings are like a very sexualized thing here. Okay, so I feel like I don't really have women's rights because I can't wear leggings when I go out. Two, whenever I go out, I'm just treated like a prostitute all the time by men on the street, like old men. There's old men everywhere, and old women who are also rude. Like three, I've been grabbed on the arm by people who wanted to get my attention. I don't like that. Like an old lady just grabbed my arm, and then when I freak out, they're just like, "Oh, I can't believe you freaked out." And I'm like, no, when people grab my arm, I freak out. Like they grab my arm from the back to get my attention in public, like strangers do, you know. I love being screamed at, "Where are you from?" By these old deaf people with like poor English. That's not an okay way to talk to somebody. Like, yeah, no, I'm not a Koreaboo. I don't really love living somewhere where people don't understand my culture too. And I have to kind of subscribe to other people's culture. So yeah, not a Koreaboo. Korea's not even. Well, I like Korean food and I do like Korean culture. Like the Korean animal, like this animal and stuff like that. Drawings and characters, things like that. I'm not a Koreaboo. Just because and also I have to, yeah, like I've assimilated to living here, and some of my wardrobe is like a little bit more Korean now. My boyfriend and I have one matching outfit, which I think is cute. And actually, there are Koreaboos or people who really like kind of fetishize like the Asian man, but usually they like Japanese men. And then so this was at my college, and in my boyfriend's old pictures on his comments, like these girls did comment on his pictures a lot. For me, what actually got me interested in Korean culture and Korean food and Japanese culture and food, believe it or not, I watched All the Boys I Loved Before, and they mentioned like the yogurt drinks. So that was like my extent of like interest in the Korean culture. That's how I got started, not because of boys or anything like that. Um, and to be honest, I don't really, even if I was like not dating my boyfriend, I like him because he's him, not because he's Korean. And I like that he is uh like willing to do his own thing and not just subscribe to Korean culture, because I could not deal with that. Like the things that a lot of Korean men do tends to bother me. It doesn't align with the culture in my favorite countries. I'll say that. And I think a lot of like the Korean couple kind of situation, I could never be a part of it. My boyfriend and I were in a very different situation where we're like equals and partners in our relationship, and I like it that way. And we truly like each other, and we just like spending time and hanging out. So it's definitely not a Koreaboo situation. We just fell in love. I shouldn't even have to like justify this thing, but yeah, just because I have a Korean boyfriend doesn't mean I'm a Koreaboo. My interest in Korean culture just became more afterwards, and then there's a lot of Korean culture I just hate and don't subscribe to at all, and don't think is okay. Yeah. So just to beat some Koreaboo allegation, and I basically, somebody called me a Koreaboo on my video about cinema roll, but actually since I was since I was a little kid, I really loved Hello Kitty. And actually I had like a Hello Kitty piggy bank as a child. These are personal information I shouldn't have to share, but yeah, no, I really loved Hello Kitty as a kid. And Sanrio, and I had a Sanrio backpack when I was like a little like ween going to school. So I also like the Powerpuff Girls, so that's like another thing I tend to write about, but like nobody's like, you're a Powerpuff Girl boo or something like that. No, I like joke that I'm a Sanrio girl because apparently guys think that Sanrio girls who like Sanrio are like toxic or something like that. I don't know. I think maybe they see us is, I don't think it's different than like grown men liking SpongeBob. I know grown men who like quote SpongeBob all the time. So yeah. But Hello Kitty, I really like Hello Kitty. It's not because I'm a weeb or anything like that. It just reminds me of like the good thing from my childhood. I don't know. Yeah, Hello Kitty was super popular when I was growing up, as were the Powerpuff Girls. So yeah, two things that I just like from my childhood. So just because I like Sanrio characters, because it's like healing my inner child, or just because I like this cute like thing, and I like Cacao Friends characters. And ever since I moved to Asia, I also got into watching like Studio Ghibli, but I think Studio Ghibli is timeless and aged even better than Disney. And I should make a whole video about how Ponyo is the superior telling of the Little Mermaid story, but I'm not gonna do that. Anyway, like I think some of the things I just like because they're good. Like a lot of people like Studio Ghibli, and I consider that to be mainstream. Also, I love music. I'm a classical music boo. When Hilary Hahn, who's an American violinist, was gonna come to Korea to perform, I was like really excited and tried to get tickets. Oh, when like my favorite K-pop groups like perform, I don't really try to get tickets. Although recently I learned that you can apply to be in like studio audience for like Inkigayo, and it's kind of free if you're a fan. So I am gonna try to do that just for the experience and just for fun. But because I do love concerts, But yeah, I have not gone to a single K-pop concert since I got here. I've only gone to American artists because I want to go to a concert where I can like dance and sing. I heard that K-pop concerts they don't do that a lot, but yeah, I'm not a Koreaboo. And while there's some things I like about Korea, it's not even in my top five favorite countries probably. And I think it's the same for my boyfriend who is Korean. So yeah, and I don't much enjoy being treated like a prostitute every time I leave my house. So that's that. And because every time I leave my house, I'm reminded of how little respect I get in this country, I will never become a Koreaboo despite appreciating art and culture that's come out of the country. Um, but not the societal norms. I really don't like those. So yeah. Um, my video's over. Thanks for watching about why I'm not a Koreaboo and why I don't actually subscribe to the term Koreaboo as well, because I think it's used to bully teenagers. When I was a teenager, I was like obsessed with the Jonas Brothers, and people said that like I was so weird and delusional and they're not talented, yada yada yada. Um, and now year 2000 is just considered like one of those like classic bops. So like I and same with people bullied the girls for liking One Direction and wearing the Union Jack, but they didn't call them British boos or anything like that. Um, they didn't call them British fetishizers or anything like that. So again, I think I mean, but they did bully them for liking One Direction. So that's that. That's actually the end of my video now. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.